some good rides, and we're interviewing candidates. So I hope you enjoy. You're about to get a couple of clips of a couple of candidates and some information you probably didn't know about them before. Hi, I'm back with What's Happening Idaho, and I'm here to interview
Carl Bjerke.
Carl, what are you running for?
Legislative District 5 Senate.
Legislative District 5 Senate. Did you have an opponent in your primary?
I did. Nice gentleman named Peter Riggs. And yes, I won my primary. I'm not contested for the general.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm appreciating that. Although I'm going to go after my campaign like I was being contested. So it's not going to change much. I will have an easier feeling about it. But I'm still going to get out there and talk to the folks and do a lot of door knocking and making myself available still.
Well, we saw you did a very fantastic grassroots effort here in Kootenai. I saw you out there waving signs a bunch. I did it actually with you a few times myself.
I certainly appreciate being out there with you.
Yeah, it was fun, and we're incredibly grateful to have you. Yes, Peter Riggs, he was the incumbent, but we're glad. We think that you're going to be the better pick definitely for this part of Idaho.
Well, I really feel that there's a reason why I'm here, and all I want to do is make a difference, and I'm hoping when I go down to Boise that that's what I do. I don't do a whole lot in my life just for the sake of spinning my wheels, so I'll be putting in the old college try and the yeoman's effort, so to speak, and hopefully we can accomplish great things down there in Boise.
What do you plan on doing in Boise? What are some of your hot topics?
You know, I tell people, you look at my platitudes and things that I've talked about coming through this campaign. Most of my issues are liberty and freedom issues. And I can name a bunch of things that are really important to me, but I'm starting to see with the more research I'm doing and talking to a lot of the past legislators, people I have a lot of respect for, that will be going back to the legislator positions in January, that there's some system issues I think that we need to address. When you start looking back at what happened the last go around, so to speak, where things kind of got held up in drawers and they didn't make their way out of committee, or they died in the Senate. There's a lot of things I think we need to address to make sure those types of things don't happen, so we don't really kind of get crazy about some of the things we want to accomplish and then get to the point where they don't go anywhere. So first, I think we need to fix a little bit of that system before we really decide to move forward on some of these issues. I mean, that's a kind of a short way of saying that it's not quite broken down there, but my intent is to go and represent the people of Idaho, and particularly the people in District 5. And there's a lot that I want to accomplish. And if there's system issues that are going to get in the way of that, I'd rather have those things fixed before I try to do something.
I absolutely agree. I know you have a very impressive background. Could you give us a little bit of that information?
Yeah, most of my background kind of culminates in my 32-year career in the fire service. A lot prior to that, respiratory therapist, and everybody hates when I say I had mortuary experience because they think it's kind of creepy. But you could say I've had about a 40-year career in public safety and kind of a 40-year career also related to medical EMS. I retired as deputy fire chief in the city of Santa Monica. So I've kind of been around, been part of the city management team down there, been an administrator, and obviously a frontline person. So I hope that those types of experiences will help me in my dealings down in Boise.
Well, you were telling me just about before we were boarding this ride that you had a little bit of experience with Ferris Wheels. Can you go ahead and tell me that story?
No, well, I was just saying I hadn't been on one of these for a long time, other than every year we had to certify the Ferris Wheel on the Santa Monica Pier. So our USAR team, we had to set up all of our gear to get to somebody on the highest point and bring them down. So that was an annual drill that we would do, and that was always the closest I've been to a Ferris wheel for, like, say, the last 10 or so years.
That's super cool training, though, rescuing people from the top.
Yeah, it's always exciting. There's more than one way to do it, and it's always very kind of dependent on the USAR captain, and there's not just one way to do things. And obviously, there's a safe way and there's not safe way, and there's the right way and there's the wrong way, but there's a lot of right ways. So it's always kind of a creative process to see how they can get this thing set up to get somebody lower from the top.
Now, I know you're not the only political person in your family. Tell us about your lovely wife.
Well, my lovely wife, Leslie, she's been on the school board for about 6 months now in CDA 271, and kind of seems crazy, like we're trying to create some kind of, political dynasty couple, and it's like, couldn't be further from the truth. All we really were doing when we came up here was to look to serve and make a difference. And when we started seeing that some of the political aspects of what we left were creeping into North Idaho, we knew that our charge was going to be doing something in that regard. Had no idea that we would actually be doing it, but here we are. At some point, all I really wanted to do was support her, and it's too long of a story to tell you why I'm here right now, but I'm happy to be here.
Last question, what's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal used to be Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries,
Yes,
but
good choice.
I also like Quaker Oats and Post Raisin Brains. I thought you were going to ask me my favorite color.
Oh, no, that was Joe. Sorry. He got the color, you got the
At
cereal.
least I came up with a cereal.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate the interview.
Appreciate the opportunity to do it.
We're
Thanks for talking to you,
so
Lauren.
excited to see you in the Capitol.
I can't wait to get down there. Yeah, thank you.